Good evening, boys and girls. John with the Witching Hour podcast. Thank you for joining me on a beautiful Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. And unfortunately, it has become a very, very sad, gloomy day as we say goodbye to rock and roll legend, the Madman himself, Ozzy Osbourne, has passed away at the very young age of 76. Um, Born of John Michael Osborne in December 3rd, 1948, in Marston Green in the UK. Um, Ozzy, despite all of his antics, um, from what I have read, he was actually kind of a bit of a crazy child and youth growing up. I believe music was honestly his destiny. Um, he joined Sabbath in 68, Black Sabbath in 68, which of course was formed with legendary, the riff master himself, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward. And the four of them together, all of a sudden, poof, heavy metal was born and created on that day in England. And we're all thankful for you because it changed history, truly changed musical history, and has never been able to be replicated ever since. Um, they put out their debut album in 1970, um, Bloody Sabbath. Excuse me. Ozzy was in the band until 1979, where drugs and alcohol unfortunately took over, and the band was pretty much to the point where they have said they were just kind of tired of the excuses of why he wasn't there, was late all the time, not even showing up for gigs. The Madman was in full effect by that time, so he was let go. And in my honest opinion, and this is no offense to one replacement of Black Sabbath, Ronnie James Dio, no one has ever come close to touching the mere essence of Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath to me are the goats of music, especially of heavy metal. You give me one goddamn band that can't say they came from or were inspired from, whether they realize it or not, that root of where they came from stemmed from the creators themselves of Black Sabbath. 1 year later, Ozzy got with a scrawny little blonde guitarist named by the name of Randy Rhoads, and the Ozzy Osbourne band was created, and mayhem took the stage. The Madman was on his own, calling his own shots. Blizzard of Oz was his debut album. Randy Rhoads obviously died and perished, unfortunately, in a plane crash, which really put Ozzy over the deep, which he has admitted to having a severe impact on his drug use. He never ever got over the loss of Randy. The friendship and the artistic friendship that they had created had never ever ended. Um, Although through the years, he's had quite a lineup everywhere from keyboardist to backup vocalist. Um, Members such as obviously Randy Rhoads, rest in peace, Jake E. Lee, uh, Tommy Aldridge on drums, just beating the shit out of those skins for fucking years. Rudy Sarzo, Suicidal Tendencies, and the other band, what are they called? Metallica. Sorry. Um, Robert Trujillo's on bass for quite a while with them, as well as most recent and present Zach Wilde. Now, through the years, Ozzy's after sorry, after Blizzard of Oz's release, Ozzy put out numerous studio albums. My personal favorite, Diary of a Madman, his chart topper that really got him in the limelight in '86 with The Ultimate Sin, which I actually know is one of my friend's, I believe, top five albums, if I'm not mistaken. Over the years, he also did minor collaborations. He lent his voice on certain tracks with other fellow musicians, such as Lita Ford, Typo Negative, um, Sir Elton John. And I had to write his name down because I always forget. I always want to call him the homeless looking white rapper with all the tattoos over his face, and everybody's like, "Oh, Post Malone." So yes, and Post Malone, which is so ironic too, because all the kids that were listening to Post Malone um, heard the song and they loved it, and they're like, "Hey, man, who's that guy Ozzy? He's got some old guy singing on him." It was kind of funny, I thought, but kind of sad in the same way. Um, Ozzy was legendary. His antics, his partying, his incarcerations for peeing on the Alamo in Texas, as well as doing time in a psychiatric ward. He had Ozzy had checked out for a while. Ozzy truly lived the life of a rock star. Um, there was no stopping him. From my understandings, bands that toured with him, they were broken by the end of those tours. Sorry about the camera there. And he always put on great shows, absolute great shows, and 200% energy. I don't care how high or how low, or what age he was. He put forth every bit of effort that he physically could. He loved his audience. He loved the crowds. He fed off of their energy, and he really tried to boost them to have that much of a great time. And of course, back in the day, if they wanted to pass up a joint or a beer to him while he was playing, then so be it. Back to the beginning, July 5th, 2025, back in Birmingham, England, where it all started. Ozzy was able to get all four original members of Black Sabbath back together for one last show. Um, where if you were a famous musician at that time, or I should say as of recently, you had a big name, you were on the list, you were playing. Everybody and their mother wanted to play. There was one band that everybody the news kept toying about, saying that they wanted to get paid X amount of dollars. They were there for a moneymaker. Rumors had it was Motley Crue. I don't know for fact, but I do know that it sadly, yes, was Ozzy's last performance, and it's the way he should have gone out. Um, the concert was full of band performances, um, groups getting together and performing in honor of Black Sabbath and doing Sabbath songs, original or in their own rendition. And some of them, I got to tell you, were absolutely phenomenal. Um, I would have loved to have been there. I am sorry that I missed it. I'm very jealous of all those who did get to go, but that's neither here nor there. The uh, I can't call it the festival, but as far as a charity event goes, it broke all the sales records. Over last I heard, over $200 million were raised for children's hospitals and to go into research for a cure for Parkinson's, which had taken our friend Ozzy's life. Ozzy is no longer with us. When he had passed. He was worth 220 million from what I had read online. I can guarantee that is probably going to double, if not triple, along with Black Sabbath albums. To the family, my deepest condolences. I wish you could see this. I wish you would stumble across it because I do sincerely send you all my best. I thank you all, your family, the Osbourne family, for giving us Ozzy, for never holding him back, for giving us what is and will always be true heavy metal, true rock and roll, because he showed everybody what it was like. He was the epitome of a rock star. And we thank you for giving us Ozzy for all those years. To Black Sabbath, you guys are the goats. To everyone that got to perform with him, I tip my hat to you. That had to have been quite an honor and probably nerve-wracking one at that. Um, that's all I've got. I did see Ozzy, unfortunately, only one time. It was on Ozfest, so that dates back a couple years as it is. System of a Down, I think we're second headliners. Um, all else I can remember is Down. We're on the side stage as well as Hatebreed. There you go. I want to say, let me see. I want to say 22 years ago, somewhere in Jersey, as a matter of fact. Um, anyhow, don't go buying Ozzy t-shirts just because it's the cool, trendy thing to do now. Don't be putting Tis stickers on your car just because. Do it because you love the man and because you want to honor him. And you always see those, you always hear people talking. Yeah, well, if you're wearing an Ozzy t-shirt, name me 3 songs. Do it. Black Sabbath, name me 1 song, kid. That's all I want. 1 song. Actually, do 1 song from each of them. Fuck them. If they can't, tell them they're a poser piece of shit. You guys, I am John with the Witching Hour. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Ozzy, we already miss you. We will hope to see you in the afterlife. Until then, thank you for the memories, the great music, and all of your antics. John with the Witching Hour. See you guys soon. Thank you again. Keep it evil.